going to be talking about reed dusting. If you got an old accordion and you're getting some odd sounds out of your reeds, you probably need to get in and dust them. Here's one that you can see the dust on it. If you look real close, you can see these very small particles. They'll get on the reeds, and it's a little bit of everything. You get a lot of tree pollen and grass and pollen if you're playing outdoors in the summertime. So you'll see all these little fibers it's got in here. Some of it's just wood dust, but a lot of these little fibers will get inside and mess up the reeds, and they'll start sticking. So what we've done is we've pulled these reeds out, and we're gonna take a brush and just brush all this off and clean it out. Now what we're going to do is basically get in with a brush, and we're just going to stroke down the reed like this, get in here and work any of these little spots here, and all we're going to do is just get all this done with a good clean cheap paintbrush. We'll get a new one. This one I've been using, so it's dirty from cleaning. I've done cleaned this set of reeds, so this is my other set. But if you want to check your reeds for rust underneath them, I always do the paper test, where you slide the paper underneath the reed and you can slide the paper under, and you can feel if there's any rust underneath it, and it'll also kind of clean it out. But if there's rust underneath it, you'll see it on the paper. If you're using white paper, I generally use a white piece of paper, but I also use pieces of newspapers that's got white on them, and I just run it down them to check them for rust. Sometimes they'll get rust down here where the reed touches. It gets kind of tight. You get rust down here, and basically you just take a good piece of paper and run it down in there and just kind of work it out slowly by rubbing it back and forth in here, and it'll remove that rust out to where you can get the reed back to working. But if you're getting some funny sounds, generally it's this dust that's building up, and it gets in here, and it just gets down in behind these reeds, and as the air's going in and out, it's sucking it down in between these reeds, and sometimes you gotta just get down in there and move it around and get the dust out. And then once you get it all raked out, I'll generally come in with a vacuum cleaner hose and get real close enough to where it'll suck it, but I won't get actually up on it. I just get close enough to where it'll get the loose stuff, and that's how I get most of the dust out of the reeds. But you can see a lot of these dust particles. It really wants to stick in the wax around the reeds, and then it'll come loose and suck it into the reeds. but a lot of times it's sucked from outside. You can see the valves. It basically sucks the dust in, then it gets built up inside, and then it just wreaks havoc after a while. But another thing is we've got a reed block that's got some damage to it. You can see it's got it on the corner. But what we're going to do is these reed blocks is basically a European pine. Now, if you go to your local hardware store, a lot of times you can find European pine, the same grain in it, and a lot of times, even here in the U.S., a lot of times our lumber comes from Finland, Sweden, Denmark. You'll get a lot of lumber. Some of it will be marked, and if you know someone that works in the lumber company or works in one of the lumber yards that deals with wood and stuff, a lot of times you can ask them, and they can generally find you a brand that's coming from some part of Europe that's the same kind of pine. You can see the grainage is the same. I believe this pine here came from Sweden, is where it was marked as on the packaging. A lot of times they'll get broken pieces of wood that gets damaged in shipping, and a lot of times you can get it for free if you ask them. Building supply places will generally give you pieces, and then you can saw them down, and I generally saw them down to where you can get them down to about this thickness, and then from this thickness you can work them into patching blocks to patch your reeds. So this is a real good piece. You can see it matches really good with it. Now the reed block has got some type of coating on it. It could be a polyurethane, or it could be a type of some type of clear coat that they've put on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to repair this bad corner that you see right here. It's chipped in the part where the reed block kind of goes together. But this is how the reed block goes together, is in this corner. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to really work hard on this one. We'll try to save. What we'll do is there's a strip comes through here and comes up. What we'll try to do is we'll try to separate this strip from this strip here and glue this section back on if we can. If not, we'll have to cut this strip off over here and then do a strip here. But we'll section in a new piece here and probably just put a new piece in on the top, and this will fix this block. But it's a very thin, so we're going to have to take this down and shave it down. But these blocks, it won't affect the sound of the accordion, because these blocks has nothing to do with the sound part. It's all in the reeds themselves. So you can repair these blocks. Most of them is European pine. I've seen some made out of beech. I've seen some made out of birch, but I generally call it the 3 Bs. It's either birch, or the 2 Bs. It's either birch or beech, and then you got the pine. But your most modern ones is pine. but you can tell it by the wood grain. But that's what we're going to be doing on that one. But we've got inside and swept out all the dust on the inside. And now this is on the base side, and we still got a little bit on some of those latches to clean up some dust you can see in there. This is how you basically dust out your accordion if you've got an old one. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, and it's just a timely process of doing this. That'll be all for today.